So guys, Gaming Sandwich here. So it is pitch black, I've finished work, it is raining, and yeah, so we'll talk about how I did at locals today. So I came third, so say third out of doing this. So came third, I was playing RDA again with the new upgrades. So yeah, we did good. So game one, we pair against a guy playing trap tricks. We proceed to win game one through the grind. Game two, he just opens like 6 or 7 negates, and I'm just like, yeah, I can't play through this. I get floodgated at like the worst point. I'm just choking. So I was like, I need a bystal. I don't get it. That's it. My turn's done. Game three, I literally open with Supernova Hot Red. So Supernova Hot Red, Red Zone, and then a few other bits to like back it up. He's done. That's it. Game over. So yeah, all good. Game round two, I get flu. We have a massive grind game through game one. It's like a 36-minute grind game. We go into game two. We both like kind of roughly skip siding, and then pretty much time's called on the round. He activates a thingy and then gains 500 and wins in time. So we get a draw, which kind of sucks, but hey, those be the breaks, because if it was me going first, I'd have just gone red resonator and done exactly the same thing. So it's not really anything different. So it is what it is. Both have life gain, both have ways to burn each other, is what it is. Round three, I get one of my friends playing Makenko, sorry, Liberamancer Makenko, and yeah, it's just, unfortunately, he doesn't open great both games. I just basically open the nuts each time, which is just, these are both really good going second hands. My going first hand was even worse for the game one. I literally just open up Hot Red, Supernova, Terrors. Oh, it's just everything. It's all the negates. There's nothing you can do. So yeah, it is what it is. Game two, I just open the nuts. It's basically Liberamancer. So I go in, do my Red Rising play. He takes it with his Liberamancer card, or Makenko, where he takes it, equips it to Spell and Trap card zone. I go, cool, that's fine, make another Red Rising, proceed to do my effects, get everything off. I remember he says later on it can't be destroyed, so I go, okay, that's fine, because I use Scar Red to kind of blow his board up, doesn't do anything, so I just go, cool, attack. Guy activates, books it. Yeah, that's all she wrote. It's just one of them. You just couldn't come back from it. So yeah, third place. I didn't really get anything good this week. I did actually get the ultra rare Chimera Fusion, so I have traded that and some of the rest of the commons I got, and so I've added that for next week's, which is, so I'll add it to next week's build. Unfortunately, I can't go to locals next week as it's my wife's birthday, so I won't be going next week to locals. So that is a bit sad. So I will kind of like do some kind of like medium content during the mid time to kind of like fill the void. But yeah, RDA is a fun deck. Loving it. The build is so good, so explosive. I get why people want to run like lots of hand traps, or at least a medium hand trap engine. I just feel like you're just better for running bystals. Bystals just feel so much better, so much more natural for the deck to actually function and flow. If anything else, I probably would say DD Crow might be your other hand trap you use, but you just want something that like floats for bystals kind of use, that feels much more better for me. So yeah, we'll go into the profile. Right here guys, here's the deck profile. I did actually show you the actual Crimson King structure deck mat I actually won, so that's really nice mat. I will actually go through a bit more in detail in this build why I've chosen certain things. So I've gone with 3 Soul Resonator, Heart and Soul of the deck, your protection in the graveyard, and your search for any level 4 or lower fiend monster. We've gone with 3 Vision. A lot of people are running 2. I personally need 3. I want to see it in my opening hand. I either want to see it, I've got to find a way to get it to the graveyard, so I need it in my hand. This is the extender that I need for synchro plays, and also it just gets any of the combo pieces you need to combo off. Free Crimson Resonator is basically Cyber Dragon as long as you control no monsters, and the extra effect of like obviously spamming synchros is insane. So two synchron is fine. You don't get the effect to like special is hard once per turn, but the effect to add is like not. So you kind of want, like, if you draw one, you kind of want one that's still live. One red Resonator, just because it's another name, and also it does help in time. So yeah, in one of my matches this actually came up. So free bone archfiend, it's your extender. It's insane. You can do combos. You'll even mind normaling this, then you can obviously send one from field or hand to special it back. Anytime it's in your grave, it's always recursion. The card's actually crazy. Free Wandering King Whirlwind, just such a good card. Extender, and then recursion later on, absolutely a great card. Right, for the spells for this part of it, I'm only going through over the Resonator spells or anything that kind of comes with the stipulation of kind of going into Red Dragon Archfiend. So, free Resonator Call, not hard once per turn. Guess your combo pieces, you need it. Free. Free Crimson Garaya is completely fine. You can always play free, and it's always live because of like using its effect or using Bone Archfiend to send it to the grave. So, which is kind of funny that the activation of this card is not a hard once per turn, just the effects are. One Resonator command. We don't really, in terms of space, this will become something else later on. But Resonator command is an interesting card because if they do draw you, you can chain Resonator command and it will resolve adding a card. So it is something to be aware of in draw and lock format. Rerun. 2 Fiendish Golem, being able to target a monster with 2000 attack and banish it is really useful. You can do this on your own cards to facilitate some plays if you want to. So I've done it before where I've attacked with a monster, I've Fiendish Golem my own monster, and then I've red zoned it back. So yeah, it is interesting to use sometimes. 1 Fiendish Chain because you're running the Golem, so you must run the chain. 1 red zone. This is your power play. It's so good. Just being able to, like, you know, pop a card on the field and being able to special summon a dark Synchro Dragon is just really funny. And then we are taking in 1 Absolute Power Force because it's not amazing, but it's fun to beat people with an anime card. So hey, we're running that. So that is your Resonator pile of stuff. Then we'll go on for the next part of the cards we've added in. So we have decided with the bystal Libellion to search your bystals and get your bystal spell and traps. 1 Magnum, freshly at 1, so we're running 1. 1 Boldrake. Boldrake's really good in this deck because it allows you a degree of control and floating. So like, if you have this on field and you have, say, like Fortune Resonator, you can send that to the grave to keep this effect, and then then it would just trigger. It just gets so dumb. 1 Durus Worm. Depending on the deck, it's not good. Like if you're playing against Flu, it's actually ass. But you know, most matchups, this thing's live. Then we're playing 1 Branded Brigade. The effect to like shuffle your cards in is really good, just because you can obviously, like with Whirlwind, you can banish it to add row to a card. Then you can Chain Link 2, activate this to draw a card. So yeah, you're going plus, like, really good. Plus obviously, if you're playing normal once per turn, when you're an opponent with normal or special summon monster, you can just special summon 1 bystal monster in your graveyard. It's such a good card. Just like that added extra pressure is so good. And then Etude of the Branded. So there we go. Either post turn, immediately after this card effect resolves, you can synchro summon 1 synchro monster, which if you are, say, locked under, you can't do much stuff, you can kind of like just go, okay, I can end, set this, and you can then immediately synchro and just hurt your opponent next turn. And this is where you control a bystal monster. Any monsters that will be sent to go for the tributes for their ritual summon, fusion, or synchro are banished instead. So this is a very good degree of control. And then last but not least, we're running some like non-engine stuff, so we're running your free Terrors of the Overroot. This is actually a godsend. It helps in the grind game and just being able to, like, you know, disrupt plays. And then we were also running 1 Gravity Collapse. Just if, you know, your opponent would special or monster. It has to be inherent, so for those, if it has to either be a normal monster or a special summon that wouldn't start chain, or a synchro, Xyz, link, or pendulum summon. You negate it, destroy the monsters, and then they can't do anything for the rest of the turn with monsters. It's so good. Okay, then we will go with Yextrek, 3 Rising. It's not hard once per turn, it's absolutely nuts. You need 3 of this. Also, there is an effect here which is quite funny. It says, during your main phase, except the turn to the grade, you can bash this card from the grade to target 2 level 1 resonator mode to special summon them both. It doesn't come up very often, but because you're running 2 level 1s, it can do. 2 Scarred Archfiend, such a good card. We're running a lot more level 8s in this version because we're running bystal, so that's why the level 8 count is a bit more higher. If this card becomes Red Dragon Archfiend on the field and in the graveyard, which is really, really good. If this card leaves the field, you can special summon a Red Dragon Archfiend from the extra deck. This is your usual chain link 2 because it chain blocks everything you need to add or search. Yeah, and if it's used for the synchro for a synchro summon, you destroy your attack position with cards your opponent controls. This will activate on a weird point in the chain, so you will activate this effect in grave on a chain link 2. You will then special the Red Dragon Archfiend, and then the effect to destroy all monsters will trigger. 2 of the OG original Red Dragon Archfiend. Such a fun card. Being able to actually attack or defense position cards your opponent controls and then destroy them all is really good, especially with Crimson Gaia, because if you attack with this or Scarred, you pretty much like Book of Moon the whole field and then just like, okay, cool, pop. And then once that will resolve, you can special this one from the graveyard. Absolutely nuts. 2 Hot Red, because you're running a lot more of a few combo pieces, so you can actually use this with Soul Resonator and Red Rising if you need to, and also you can make it with the the level 8, so it's just 2's fine. You do actually use it. 1 Bane. Bane is so good. Again, because he has Red Dragon Archfiend in the text, he facilitates a lot more play, so yeah, you kind of need him, and his stats are just so good. 1 Calamities. Yeah, everyone should know what this does. Being able to lock your opponent off of the turn is insane. Supernova. Supernova is... So you basically get this with multitude of ways, but your best way is Red Rising. First turn, make this. If they decide to nip you, you can chain this to banish, and then it will come back, which is nice. The 500 attack for every tune in your graveyard is absolutely bonkers. The effect to when your opponent would activate effect, banish this to banish all cards to control. It's not a hard once per turn, just the effect to special something during the end phases. Such a horrible card. Being able to do this multiple times is disgusting. Right, so for the different synchros now, we're running the 1 Calbert, well, Curry Belt or the Blade Dragon. It looks cool. I don't know, it looks awesome. Just because, again, it's a level 7, it's dark, it's got decent stats. Being able to target a card on the field and destroy it is really good. If it's destroyed, opponent's monster can't attack. Interesting card, it can come up and it is relevant. Same combo lines. 1 Void Ogre Dragon. It's a nice, lovely, cheap common. You are running Dark Tuners a lot of the time, so it is completely fine and fun to make. Just basically cool, yeah, negate spell and trap. It's so good, you kind of need this. And then we are running Wondrous Power because we're running bystal, so yeah, being able to resurrect this with Regained is absolutely stupid. So you can special summon this with Regain, special summon this with Red Zone. Absolutely disgusting. The card has got really good stats and it just keeps sticking around and causing your opponent problems. So that is the main and extra. So for the side deck, we didn't really have a lot of side, so I decided to go for more of a monster heavy build. So we're on 3 Battle Fader because I don't like getting OTK'd. 1 Red Sprinter. I couldn't find anything else, and I just felt like just being able to like special level 3 tuner from your hand or graveyard became a bit more relevant. Danger package to run 3 Chupacabra. 3 Nessie, just because I feel like Labyrinth is probably my worst matchup, so if I go mainly into monsters, it just has a much more better game plan. That's me personally, you know, you can do whatever you want, that's just me from matchups. We are running one King Synchro. This probably should be Crimson Rain, but I don't know. I just like this. That's the personal preference. Another Fiendish Golem, and another Fiendish Chain, and then Powerful Rebirth and under the Red Zone. That's just my personal what's it, extra side deck, sorry, for and then we're running the 2 tokens as well. I've got a second one somewhere. I didn't want to. There it is. I just didn't want to, because you always you never really use more than 2 tokens. It's usually your nib token that you get shafted with. But yeah, the game's run really well. Deck is really nice. The pat's absolutely gorgeous. I'm actually really happy that I chose kind of blue sleeves, because it like stands out so much on the deck, on the mat. But oh yeah, absolutely beautiful. One of the best looking mats they've done in a while. So I think the only better mat I can think of is the Cyberstorm Access mat. Was absolutely amazing. Just a shame Duelist Nexus, I feel, mat was a bit lackluster, but hey, it is what it is. So yeah, week 2, freaking heck, storming into the game with something that's so much more aggressive, so much more horrible for people to deal with. So we're having a lot of fun here, guys. Right, I'll let you guys in the next video. So we will do something in the meantime, because obviously I can't go to locals next week because it's my wife's birthday. But hey, week after we've got locals and sneak peek. So hey, we're going to be getting some extra stuff in there. So right, I shall see you guys in the next video.